Hi, how are you going? Welcome to another round of Red Skis Righteous Readings, raw and righteous as always. I hope you're doing very, very well. So I thought we would do a little bit of a bonus since I've done all the September readings and we're up to that time. We'll do a quick mid-monthly. So we'll run from Aries all the way through down to Pisces. And this will be an additional bonus for you for the mid-month. So we'll carry us through to the end of September, just some additional messages that may have got missed in the main monthly spread for you, okay? So this could be anything. This could attain to career, work, family, love. It's a bonus, so whatever comes is what will come. So we're just going to run from Aries all the way down to Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus of that sign. Yeah, and see what's coming in for all my beautiful peeps for the mid-month of September. Sorry, this is all very temporary. Wasn't expected to be here, wasn't expecting to be doing this, but good thing I always keep a deck of Rider-Waite's on hand. But as you can tell, I don't have my star sign card, so if there's the god of Goodman out there that wants to timestamp this for me, go for it. If not, when I can, I will timestamp it for you guys, so you know where you're at, okay? So we're going to start with Aries first. So Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What's coming up for the mid-month to end of September 2021? Spirits and guides. What additional messages can I please give to Aries for the mid-month to the end of September 2021? Guys, this year is flying by so fast. For Aries. Alright guys, here we go. So if you hear some playful banter in the background, I've got a couple of sick kids at the moment with really wicked coughs. Spirits and guides. What do we have for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus? This will run basically from sort of around the September 15th to end mark. But take it whenever it kicks in, baby. 2 shuffles. Aries. 1 shuffle. Alright. Alright. So the bottom of the deck we have the Hangman. So the underlying energy is that of going inside of self, trying to attain the wisdom that is needed to make decisions here. We're really asking ourselves, what's the most important? What is the most big things for us right now? It's major arcana, so it is a big deal for Aries. We're looking at what we're sacrificing for. We're looking at what we're needing wisdom with. Really asking the big questions of what is most important to Aries at this point in time in the mid-month. So that's the underlying energy. Now let's look at your cards. So we had the Knight of Cups reversed, 2 of Wands reversed, and the 9 of Wands reversed, all reversed. So that Knight of Cups reversed. So this says to me that we're not very happy about something here. And offering a proposal here that we didn't actually really want to begin with. I feel like in the mid-month, this is why the Hangman, I think, is the underlying energy. I'm getting a real vibe of something has come in, something unrealized, or something wasn't expecting. And when it's come in, it's made you question a lot of things, the Hangman. Now with the Knight of Cups reversed, this makes me think that there's something like an unrealized goal, a message, individual even that's come in that you did not want. A proposal, whether that's to do with work or love. Cup energy, water, therefore all about love usually and connection. But I'm getting this sensation this could also be related to work or being, I'm getting this picture of like a fish being taken out of water and dropped into a different pool of water. So it's like that sensation of being taken from your known known way of going about things, your own environment, being put into a new pool of water. That's a little unsettling. Two of Wands reversed, again, this is sort of saying to me that there is a real dissatisfied energy, a lot of sadness, some trouble coming in here. Twos are always like forks in the road. Wands is fire energy. But I'm really feeling that there is something that's bringing in a lot of sadness, a lot of trouble, and a lot of fear even for Aries. The Nine of Wands reversed, again, this is sort of saying that there's something coming. And you're prepared, you're trying to prepare, but there's something that you just can't put your finger on. I'm getting this sensation of really unsettled feeling. Yeah, the Emperor in reverse, which is your card, Aries. It's the major arcana for Aries, but it's reversed, it's inverted. So this is someone that is being very, very, they're not using their power. And if they are, they're not doing it right. They're being quite cruel. They're being so judgmental to the point where it's actually extremely rude and criticistic. Very criticism. A lot of criticism. Feeling very at odds is the general consensus I'm getting here. It's like we want to be in our power, but we're weak. We're being very subdued. Feeling like we don't have the authoritative nature to be able to get up on it or be able to change something here. There's a lot of fire energy here. I know you're a fire sign. But the fact that you've come out and you're reading inverted, all your cards are inverted except for the underlying energy. Another inverted card, Four of Wands. So there is a real dissatisfaction within the home and or family here. Unfulfilled romance, unfulfillment massively. This is not the greatest, I've got to say. Aries. There's some sort of offering or proposal coming in here. You don't want it. It's leading you to a lot of sadness, to a lot of trouble, feeling very, very uneasy here. That Nine of Wands reversed, this is really talking to me about the fact that you feel really defeated, I want to say. You feel like you're not just lost the battle, you're losing the war. And with that Emperor in reverse, this is someone that's, so weak, so unbalanced in the fact that they've lost not just their gumption, but they've lost even the will to even give a shit anymore. They're very weak. They've lost their authority. They've been neutered something fierce. And with the Four of Wands then coming in after that, this is just unfulfillment, unhappy, loss of tranquility, loss of connection, loss of fulfillment, loss of the mid-month. There is a proposal coming in that you don't want, or something is coming out that you don't want, or someone's coming back that you don't want, and it's leading you to feel very sad, very troubled. You've lost your passion, you've lost your drive, you're feeling very weak, you're feeling extremely subdued. It's leading to a real unhappiness at the end of the month. But the underlying energy is that Hanged Man. This is the only reprieve really in this whole reading. Not just because it's upright. It is major arcana. But it's the fact of really, I will, at the end of the day, hang upside down if I have to obtain the wisdom, to obtain what is needed here, to sacrifice for what is right and what is needed. So I've really got to say that you are going with inside of self. You are being enlightened here. This is an experience I feel that needs to happen to gain enlightenment or understanding of sorts. There's a sacrifice of sense that needs to be made here. Maybe a sacrifice of self. Maybe we need to be weakened and sort of... I've got that song playing in my head. You don't know what you got till it's gone. Maybe it's taking a hit to understand a true sense of appreciation for not only what we had, but for what we want moving forward. That was a real hard one, guys. Not in the sense of reading it, but in the way of relaying it, because it's just, that's one, it was different. I'll give it that. So let's hit Taurus now. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the mid-month to end of September 2021. Let's find out what's coming in for the ball gang. For the dear Tauruses out there, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus of that sign for the mid-month, September till September then, 2021. For Taurus. Alright, Taurus. Let's see what's going on for you guys. For the middle to end of September, please, spirits and guides, what's coming in for the Taurus. Taurus, please, spirits and guides, what's coming in for Taurus. For the middle of September till September then, 2021. One more shuffle. Alright. Knight of Pentacles. King of Pentacles reversed. Interesting. Three of Wands. Underlying energy is the Four of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so we are being very, very giving at the moment, to the point where we may be going without, especially with monetary means. We're really, we're the one paying the bill, put it that way. And you may be starting to think that this is getting a little bit long in the tooth, that you're always the one pulling out the wallet, so to speak. Getting almost the sensation of, why is everyone freeloading off of me kind of thing. But you're sort of willing to be putting it forward. Not hoarding, you're doing the exact opposite. You're really putting it out there to the point where you actually may be spending too much or giving away too much material gains here to others. Let's check this now. So the first card we got was the Knight of Pentacles, Earth energy. Now, this is the slowest of the four knights. This is the heavy-handed stag. This is not made for agility, jumping, running, racing, speed. This is a stag, baby. So this is made for hauling heavy ass shit, okay? Heavy ass earth. Now, this baby, if I was to put a time frame on the Knight of Pentacles, how long it would take to come in, we're talking years. We're talking a very, very long time. He takes one step, assesses, takes another step, assesses. It's constantly adjusting and going with the change of the times and adjusting to that before making a move. But when this baby comes in, he does bring a lot of gifts with him, a lot of stability, a lot of understanding. He doesn't just race in and then not know what he's doing like the Knight of Swords does. He knows exactly what his surroundings are. He's assessed the situation very, very carefully before taking a step. Now, this is secure. This is really meaningful. It's a very mature, very understanding energy, not just of himself, but of everything that's going on around him. It's not a fool's energy. It's very assessed. It's very meaningful. And when he comes in, he does bring in gifts of security, gifts of understanding, gift of monetary as well, because, you know, the Pentacle is all about monetary and material, the attainable in the 3D. But he also brings with him a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom, a real gift of sorts. With that, we have the King of Pentacles reversed. Now, this is definitely different, because the King of Pentacles reversed is one that's very, very unreliable. One that is, if you put it this way, wouldn't save a day, save for a rainy day. He's very much living large, living big, wants to do shit now. Very ungrounded, very insecure, very wish-washy, you know. The Three of Wands is that of waiting for the ships to come in. It's that waiting at the dock for that monetary means and or gains. It's that waiting for something that you've wanted for a very long time. It's, you know, sitting on a dock of a bay, watching the tide roll away, waiting for that tide to bring in what it is that you really desire, what it is that you really, really want. Yeah, Five of Swords. So this is either going to come in or it's not. This is depicting the victor and the dejected, the two groupings of the fight here. I'm feeling like you are going to be victorious, but there is quite a few swords to go through before we understand what this is all about. Ten of Pentacles. Once we become victorious, we will have it all. The Ten of Pentacles is a wonderful card. It's completion of cycle. It is having full security, full gains, full monetary, home, family, security, attainment, being secure in the fact that you can support yourself, that you have it all. You have the family, you have the home, the children. Now, I've got to say, a lot of earth energy here. I know you're an earth sign. Just like Aries, a lot of fire for a fire sign. So I do feel you're all really up in your element so far at the moment. I wish that king was upright though. But having said that, there's still a lot to be said for this reading. So being very grounded, very secure in the fact that we know we're feeling it out before we move forward. King of Pentacles reverse, you know, being a bit aloft though. It's that feeling of wanting to live big and large, but at the end of the day, knowing that there are responsibilities still. You know, when that King of Pentacles is reversed, it's one of being a bit unreliable, wanting to, you know, live at large, spend it big, not really giving two shits about security, really, wanting to, you know, just party hard. Kind of like that Four of Pentacles in reverse, not worrying about that monetary means and or gains. You know what I mean? We just, if we've got it in the purse, we're going to piss it away. We don't really, you know, tomorrow's another day. We'll work it out then kind of thing. So we're moving, so far what I've got is, Taurus, we are moving very, very slowly and we're feeling things out. You do know how to party on the weekend though, basically. It's like, I'm working very hard to something, but here today, now, I want to diss the responsibility. I want to diss the obligation. You know, today I want to party hard, but tomorrow I want to, you know, work on it. I think you're just waiting on something very important, something that you've banked a lot on to come in. You're sitting on that dock and you're waiting for it. And while you're waiting for it, you're like, it's a Saturday. I'm just going to, you know, live large. Monday comes, I'll deal with that bill or that obligation or whatever then. But you really are waiting for something. Maybe you know it's coming in, but you're just wondering when it's coming in. You fought hard for it. Whatever this is, you fought damn hard for it. This is something you fought very hard for. And you do have in the back of your head, oh no, what if I lose this? What if I lose this? But you're feeling pretty good about the fact that you're going to be the victor here. You know, you're really waiting on that final hurdle, final sword, final battle, final part with your opponent and or issue and or, you know, that last block of the Tetris to fall into place so you get that full bonus, you know what I mean? And when it does, man, you're sitting pretty by the end of September. It's going to come in. I'm telling you, what you're waiting for is going to come in because you will have full success and attainment here in security, in home, in monetary, in material. You're going to have the 10, baby. This is very good. Whatever you are fighting for against your opponents, you'll be victorious here. You will attain what it is you desire. That monetary, that security, that material, that, it will be yours by the end of September or at the end of September going into October. Energy, Taurus, I do like that a lot. All right, let's get ready for Gemini now. So Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. From the middle to the end of September, please, spirits and guides. What have we got coming in for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? From the middle to end of September 2021, please. What additional messages can I give to Gemini? Ooh, I can just see that. I'm going to spill that everywhere in a minute. I can just foretell that. What have we got coming in for Gemini, please, spirits and guides? For the middle to end of September 2021. For Gemini. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, middle to end of September 2021, please, spirits and guides. Gemini. Alright, Gemini, I can sense a real different energy with you guys. explain it all in a minute. Gemini, please, spirits and guides. In the middle, Ace of Swords wanted to come out and it's upright. For Gemini, please, spirits and guides. 2 shuffles. Alright. 8 of Wands reversed. 3 of Wands reversed. The Emperor. Bottom of the deck. Temperance in reverse, sign Sagittarius here. We're not using moderation at the moment. We don't feel balanced at the moment. We are really... Alright, so Gemini, the underlying energy, as I was saying, Temperance in reverse, sign Sagittarius coming through here. And also a very big, it's freezing here, also a very, very major sign that we are not using moderation, frugality here. We're feeling like we're out of balance. There's a real sense of not being where it should be. Feeling very imbalanced, feeling very out of sync almost. All right, the main part of the reading for the mid-month we have till end is the 8 of Wands reversed. Now, this is thorns of jealousy, cutting communication, being very jealous, very pissed off, not wanting to move forward with something at all. In fact, trying to block it, trying to stop it altogether. With that, we have the 3 of Wands reversed. So we're feeling very, very unhappy about something. Something we were hoping to come in has not come in. Something that we were banking a lot on has not come through for us. I say us because I'm a Gemini myself, Gemini sun. This is very, very disimpassioned, very, very gutted energy of I'm feeling very, very jealous that someone else got something I should have, or that I'm feeling very much like I want something to stop. Something that I thought I wanted with the 3 of Wands, or something I was waiting to come in did not come in. And it's left you with the energy of the Emperor, Aries coming through. This is saying I'm not going to put my destiny in the hands of someone else or something else, or waiting on something to come in. I'm going to be authoritative, commanding, be controlling, and I am going to sit on my throne, and I'm going to make, instead of waiting for someone else to bring something in for me, I'm going to be the commanding one that's making others do things for me. It's that real shift of energy. Something that really, really disemboweled you, I want to say. Really gutted you. Really, really hurt a lot, I want to say. Which made you either jealous or just block it, or just stop communication with it, or just stop moving forward with something. Because it didn't come in, or it left you at a point of waiting. You're waiting for so damn long. It just never came in. It just wasn't reaping fruits, that you turned around and said, nah, I'm not leaving my destiny or possibility up to another, or up to other currents. I'm going to be the one that sits on the throne. I'm going to be the one that commands what's coming in for me. I'm going to be controlling, very, very authoritative, and I am going to use my ability to muster up others to bring things in for me, perhaps, or I'm just going to be doing things for myself. I'm not going to rely on any other people, places, or things for me. Yeah, 10 of Wands, because I'm sick of carrying burdens. This is the completion of the cycle. I am sick of carrying the burdens. I am sick of holding more than the weight that I should, carrying everyone else's slack, carrying all these burdens. Something here ended up being burdensome that I don't think that you saw would go that way, and it's left you really rather gutted and pissed. Yeah. 7 of Pentacles reversed. You're assessing everything that you've got up to this point, and you're realizing that there is a real gap. A gap of not having enough, a gap of going without, a gap of you're not where you wanted to be at this point in time. In life, in monetary, in material, in a lot of different areas, I feel there's a real disimbalance. Imbalance. Disimbalance. I'm making up my own language today. There is no temperance, no patience. We're being very annoyed, I want to say as well. We just feel like everything that we've done to get to this point is left us really rather gritted, gutted, angry, maybe a little bit insensitive, and feeling that others aren't being sensitive, and just really feeling very impatient now. We want things now. We don't want to be moderate. We don't want to be frugal. We're sick of that. We're sick of doing all that to get what we've got, which is not where we want to be. So let's recap for Gemini. So the Eight of Wands, we are either, we're hurting in the sense that we've had a gutful. We are not moving towards something. We're blocking it. We're stopping it. We are really changing pace, speed, course here. Because something we had waited for didn't come in. Something that we wanted, something that we had banked a lot on, did not come through. Whether that's love, work, a passionate endeavor, a career, growth just in general in life, maybe even family, it could be. But no matter what this is in speaking in a tone to, we've had a gutful, absolute gutful. So now Emperor, Aries, really being very commanding, being very, very stern, very forceful with the fact that no, it's not going to go down that way anymore. I will not allow, I will not partake, I will not negotiate. This is very commanding, authoritative energy. This is an individual that doesn't go looking for things. Things come to them. They're very respected. People look up to them. Their word is like law. It is done. It's not debated. It's binding. It's very, royalistic in a way. Very royal, very regal. Because there's been a lot of burdens. There's been a lot of things that have really been burdensome, too heavy of a burden to carry. Too many wands here. And even the fact of being injured perhaps by these wands, by these passions, by these thoughts, by these wants. And realizing, what do we get for it? We didn't get the monetary we wanted. We didn't gain the material that we desired. We're lacking here. And we're starting to realize that it's not all it's cracked up to be. Well, it wasn't or isn't, and we've had it. Absolutely had it, Gemini. So where there was imbalance, where there was impatience, you're now saying, we're blocking it, stopping it, changing course. We're going to command that Emperor energy. We are going to be the commanding authoritative, and we're gonna say it, and we're gonna do it, and we're gonna be it. We're going to make it ourselves, because we ain't carrying no more wands anymore. And we're not going without anymore or lacking in growth here because of these endeavours or people, places or things or whatever it may be attaining to. That has left unfulfillment and lacking. Cancer. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. For the middle to end of September 2021, please, spirits and guides, what additional messages do we have for Cancer, please? From September's middle to end, please, for Cancer. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. From the middle to end of September 2021. Cancer, please, from September's middle to end 2021. Cancer, please, spirits and guides, one more shuffle. Alright, for Cancer, let's see, the Empress in reverse, Two of Swords, King of Wands, underlying energy, Three of Swords reverse. So, there's been sorrow, there's been heartbreak, but we're starting to get over it now. It's still there. It's not completely dissolved, but we're not allowing it to be the first thought in the morning and the last thought at night. It's still a lingering pain, I want to say, but it's not in that energy of complete sorrow and being broken. It's starting to heal. It's starting to mend. It hasn't mended yet, but it is starting to. All right. The Empress in reverse. Something here has become very unfruitful. Something is out of time. Could be love because, you know, the Empress is all Venus energy. But there is something here that we wanted very badly that's not bared fruits. It has not developed. It has not come in at all or not in its right time. And we're getting the sensation, Cancer, that we are feeling very, very resentful a little bit, I want to say. A little bit resentful. Maybe even feeling a little hoodwinked. Feeling a little blindsided, feeling a little blinded in general. But there is a choice here that's to be made. We're not sure what way we're going to go, but we know a choice needs to be made here. I'm getting the sensation that someone's done you dirty. Someone's done you dirty. Something, whether it's a job, person, place, or thing, is done you dirty. The pain is still there, and the resentment is a little bit still there, but the choice still needs to be made. But I'm seeing in the mid-month you are going to make it. You're going to make a move, and this move is going to bring in the King of Wands. Now, this is someone that is very mature, very, very honest, very respectful, very loving, very kind. You know, a lot of qualities that Cancers do have. But he also knows when to roll the dice and when to pull back. There's a point, a line in the sand where he will give all, but then he'll say, I've given enough. I will give you the option. I'll give you the choice. I'll give you the respect. But if it's not coming back, I'm just going to say, Magician, you're going to come into your power. You're going to understand that you have all the tools that you need, that you want to do what it is you need to do. You had it all along. There's no point allowing outside influences, people, places, or things to make you feel less than, because you are all you need to be. You always have been. And you're starting to really gain traction with that. Yeah, now we've got the King of Swords. We are really being very intellectually minded, very authoritative, you know, very commanding to the point where we might be a bit cutthroat. We're saying, look, nah, it's this way. If you don't like it, I'll chop off your head. I will not be talked around. I will not take any other person's notion and or idealisms. I am this way. And I make no apologies. I sit on my throne. I am being intellectually guided through wisdom, through experience, through knowing, through knowledge, through communication even. You know, we've got two kings here and the Magician. This is saying we're not only passionate and not only intellectually and mentally, you know, on the ball, but we are also creating. We are manifesting. We aren't just thinking it all and, you know, hoping that things will come in. We're making shit happen here, Cancer. We are making shit happen. I'm seeing whatever this heartbreak is or whatever it is that you are healing from, which is still in the background or the underlying energy, is not only not forgotten, but it's giving you the gumption to not repeat a cycle. Because there was unfruitfulness here. There was, I'm feeling it is a little bit love, but this could be, you know, related to people, other things like people, places, things, or work or whatever. Take it how it resonates. But you know what you don't want, and you don't want anything that's unfruitful. You don't want anything that's, for some of you, I feel like maybe a pregnancy didn't go well or a relationship didn't go well. Something here did not go right at all. Not the way you planned, not the way you wanted. Something very important. And it has changed you in a way of not just growth, but it's changed your perspective. It made you make a choice, or it will make you make a choice. Because you felt blindsided by this. You felt hoodwinked by this Empress in reverse. It made you have to take the blinders off. It made you have to see the truth. Not because you wanted to, but there was no other option. And you leveled up. You went King of Wands. You didn't lose your passion or your respect, but you said, I want that for me back. So what I give out, I want brought back in. I'm not going to give these things and just take a lot of crap. I'm only going to invest and give to those who will give me the same respect, give me the same qualities back. And sitting there on your throne being very, very not apologetic for that. I will give you warmth if you will give it to me. It's a give and take. I'm a king. I don't bow down to nobody. And unless you're going to give me that respect, you ain't getting jack cracker from me. Because I can manifest anything I want. And if it's not worth manifesting in, I'm not going to put a dollar, a dime, a moment's thought into it. Because I know what pain is. And I've brought that forward with me. And I have the King of Swords. I'm commanding, authoritative, and mentally savvy to the point where I won't buy into no bullshit. I can be loving and cute and cuddly, but the moment I need to, my wand will change from wand to sword, and sword will just cut your damn head off. I will not tolerate. I will not oblige. I most certainly will not beg, borrow, or steal. I will stand there in my own enlightenment, in my own mentality, in my own intellect, and I will communicate as such. I will not tolerate. And if you won't play the game, then F off, because I don't need it. Real cutthroat. 2 kings here. Magician. I love that. That is, man, that's leveling up to another level. You're taking the qualities of passion and fire and the intellectual plane of air energy. So air and fire. What do you get when you mix air and fire? A big freaking fireball. And that's what Cancer's doing. They're not just being a little bit of a flicker. Their little flicker has turned into a raging inferno. Because not only do we have the fire, we have the air energy backing it. So it's like a fire with a wind pushing it forward. It's an inferno, baby. It's going to take out everything around it. And with that Magician, you know you can do that. You have no question. You have everything at your disposal. If you think it, if you feel it, you will manifest it. And that's what Cancer's doing. They're thinking, they're feeling, and they're manifesting the shit out of this. And they're manifesting a freaking inferno that will take anything down. Let's hit Leo now and find out what's coming in. Okay, Leo. So let's see what's coming in for the luscious lines. For the middle of September to September's end for Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for that sign. For Leo. Lovely Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. From the middle till the end of September 2021. Lovely lines. For Leo, please, spirits and guides, what do we have coming in from the middle to end of September 2021? For Leo, please, spirits and guides, what do we have coming in for the middle until the end of September? For Leo, please. One more shuffle. All right. Underlying energy is the Queen of Swords, being very, very cutthroat in the fact of we know what pain is, we know what going without is, we know what loss is, and we know we won't take it anymore. If something is not coming in the way we want it, we'll bring it forward, we'll hear its piece, and then we'll cut it away. There is no debating with the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords knows what pain, hurt, heartache, separation, privatization, segregation. She knows all of that. She's so intellectually minded, she can see through you like glass. And the moment she sees something she does not like, want, or feel connected with, or feel that is not genuine, or feel that is a lie, there is no question. She'll cut it faster than you know, white on rice, mate. She's all over it. There is no getting anything past the Queen of Swords. She is the most cutthroat in a way, because she knows what all the pain and that is. She's gone without, she's been hurt, she's been used, maybe abused. She's seen all of it. She knows what mourning is, she knows what loss is. And now she sits there on her throne, a throne of absolute concrete. She's getting intellectual advice from her higher self. The moment she sniffs something that's either dishonest, out of place, or untruthful, that's why she has her hand out. Come forward. Say your piece. Because the moment you lie, the moment you are dishonest, the moment I feel or I sense or I understand that anything is not truthful, not honest, not the way it should be, she has her sword right there ready to go, and she makes no apologies. She is brutal in that fact. Why is that going on? All right, so the Four of Wands reversed, Leo. Coming into the mid-month, there is some unfulfillment, unfulfilled romance, unfulfilled home, family life. Something that we were hoping for or wanting has hit the skids. And it's hit the skids in a big-ass way. You're left feeling grief-stricken, feeling so much loss, the Five of Cups. There is potential for you to move forward. Not maybe with this, but to move forward as such, but you're not in the energy of doing that right now. You're in the grief-stricken stage. You're in the loss stage still. It's that I could move forward with the 2 cups I've got and start another round, but I'm not there yet in heart, mind, body, or spirit. I am cloaked. I am grieving. I have loss. I have mourning. We have the Queen of Pentacles. 2 queens here. Queen of Pentacles, she's the homemaker. She's all about doting on the home. She has a lot of prosperity. She knows how to make growth within the home. I call her basically the homemaker. She's very doting on the home. She makes growth around the home. She maintains maybe the bills, the cooking, the cleaning, the daily runnings of the home. She knows how to dote on the pentacle. She makes things grow. She makes them beautiful. See all the abundance around her, all the growth. You know, the Queen of Pentacles is a loving mother. She's a loving sort. She really gives to those that are worthy, those that are within her home or family or connections. She knows how to make money. She knows how to grow money and material. She's very attached to those things. You know, she likes to look good, smell good, feel good. She's the pretty queen, really. She's not passionate as such about other things, only what's in her best interest, though. So unlike the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles is all about money, growth, the home. She wants things to grow. Ace of Cups. There's a fresh new beginning here, a fresh new seed, and it's going to overflow. It's going to bring abundance when you get into this Queen of Pentacle energy. This is prosperity. This is fulfillment. This is maybe love, but this is something coming in, a divine gift coming in when you reach this Queen of Pentacle energy. That's going to be overflowing. It's going to bring abundance. It's going to bring a favorable outlook, beginning. It's going to bring some peace, I think, as well. The Hanged Man, and wisdom and guidance. You may need to sacrifice something for this, or sacrifice a lot for this, but you will know what you need to do when the time comes. You are being enlightened here. You're being shown what is needed, what sacrifices need to be given. You're following the wisdom. You're getting the wisdom. You're being very connected to higher self here. Leo, this is amazing. So we're going to learn a lesson here. Mourning sucks, but we can move forward like a Queen of Swords. We can take that mourning, We can use it as gumption, as forceful energy. Use our intellect to use that to not repeat a cycle. Why? Because you know what it's like to be unfulfilled. You know what it's like for a relationship, a love, a job, a home, a family, or whatever it attains to come in trumps, to come in unfulfilled, to break down, for the wheels to fall off, to be rather the start again kind of energy. And yeah, you are mourning. You are grieving here, the mid-month, over this loss, over this Four of Wands reversed. You are grieving. You are saddened. You can't see the prosperity at the mid-month, but you will soon, because you are going to go into homemaker mode, basically. You're going to use what you've got, that Two of Cups, and you're going to dote on it, and you're going to make it grow. You're going to make the material and the monetary grow, and you're going to make it grow quite fast. You're going to come to the realization that you can grow anything that you want to, and when you do, a fresh new seed will come in of prosperity, of opportunity, of overflowing wealth and or devotion. And some peace is going to come back into a very chaotic, grief-stricken energy. This is going to take some sacrifice. It's not going to come easy, but you will be enlightened, and this will be a lesson that you will move forward with being so much higher self for. And you'll know what it was for the pain, and you won't repeat a cycle, that Queen of Swords. Instead, you will grow where things withered before. You will dote where you weren't looking before. And there will be a brighter outcome from this grief, from this loss. There'll be a fresh new seed that will be overflowing, that will have, that will be worthy in investing in, and it will give some peace. And you will sacrifice for this. You will give to this. You'll attain wisdom for this. You'll be in line with higher self for this, actually almost like receiving information for this. And you'll start to feel at the end of the month of September going into October that this was all worth it. A little bit of pain for a whole lot of gain. This has to break down. The grief has to come for the next gear, next cycle, for something to fall into place, for Leo to level up, I guess you could say, and become so much more than what you already were. All right, Virgo now. For Virgo, for the mid-month of September till September's end, and happy birthday to the Virgos out there, as we are currently in Virgo season when I'm doing this. We're at the chair at the beginning of September, so yeah. Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for Virgo. For Virgo, please, spirits and guides. What do we have? Death, big transformation, or a death itself. What do we have coming in for Virgo, please, spirits and guides? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus from the middle to end of September 2021. 2 shuffles. Virgo. 4 of Cups. One more. Okay, so the underlying energy is the 9 of Pentacles. This is being very set in self. You've got all the material, the attainable, the money, and you're sitting pretty. This is getting it off your own back. All 9s are. It's really sitting there saying, I did this all myself. I didn't need anyone else. I didn't need any free handouts. This was all done myself, and I'm going to bask in the glory of it. I worked hard for it, and I'm satisfied by it. It's all off my own back. I didn't need a partner, lover, person, place, handout of sorts. This is all me, baby. Love that. But you fought hard for it. The mid-month, there is going to be a bit of a battle of self or of intellect to push through to really attain this 9 of Pentacles. Now, you will be one of the two. I feel you will be the victor, not the dejected in the background, but it's going to take a few battles to get through it. And you do have a lot of anxiety about that with the 9 of Swords. You're up in your head, you're overthinking things. really, you know, going over it. You're not quite sure how you're going to do it, but you know that you need to do this. You need to do it. But you're going to get up on it. Swift activity. I always call this, you know, the Eight of Wands. I always refer to it as Cupid's arrows. But this is fast movement, very swift movement. Can be communication, can be love. But you're going to be very concerned, all up in your head with that Nine of Swords. But then all of a sudden you're going to be like, bang, a ball out the gate. And you're just going to move very, very swift, very, very fast, very passionately, dead straight as a bow. It's going to be extremely fast movement here, very passionate, very meaningful movement. We have the Emperor in reverse coming in after that, Aries energy. You're going to feel a little bit weakened though. You're going to feel like others aren't listening to you or aren't respecting you. You're going to feel a little bit disemboweled in the fact that, you know, you're swiftly moving for something, but it's not being well received. It's making you feel quite weak-willed. It's making you feel quite like you've lost your authority or commanding energy. But you're going to move forward regardless. Four of Swords, reverse. But you're going to be very cautioned by this. It's going to hurt you a little bit, I feel, that Emperor in reverse. You're going to swiftly move out the gate thinking, oh, all right, I'm going to move up on this. Then all of a sudden you're going to get like winded, like, oh no, you know, I feel really weakened. It hasn't been the result I wanted. I've lost my authority. I've lost my commanding energy. And you're going to go into a state of stop, pause, feel it out before moving forward, especially thinking about things a little bit more clearer. It's that sense of all movement, no brains kind of thing. Like, if I just give enough movement to it, it will work. But we've got to think the steps through. So the movement it's like a dance. If one person's just moving like crazy and the other person is moving the actual steps, they're thinking through the movement, while the other person's just moving, the dance is not looking too good. It's looking really pear-shaped. Whereas if we think about the move we need to make and then move it, that movement has so much more to it. It's eloquent. It has meaning. It is fluent. It has a result of a beautiful dance. That's the issue with this. You're trying to swiftly move up on something without thinking it through, and then you're like, oh crap. I put all this movement, all this swiftness into it, but I didn't really think about how it was going to look or how it was going to come off. And I feel really weakened. I feel really a bit embarrassed. I feel a little bit, ugh. So now I'm going to think things through a little bit carefully. Feel it out before I make a move. Be very cautionary with my movement. Be very cautionary with the way I speak as well, the way I want to put it out there. You know, bit more cautious. So we're sitting pretty regardless mid-month. You know, that Nine of Pentacles, we're very set in monetary and security here. I'm feeling like this is something really minor, because I'm feeling like you are really set no matter what. Maybe you're dabbling in something a bit new, dabbling something outside of, you know, the security you have. And you're feeling a bit dejected, I think, actually, in the end. You're worried about a battle of sorts or going forward with something here. You're all up in your head. You're overthinking it. Maybe that's the fact. You just overstimulated your mind to the point where your mind's a bit tired. Your mind is a bit weakened. So you're thinking, if I just run like a racehorse, something's got to give, or something's got to go, or something's got to move. You know, because you're so anxiety-ridden up in your head about this being victorious or being dejected, and that anxiety is just made you go like a bull in a china shop. You got all this movement going, but you're crashing shit everywhere. It's all disjointed. And when that happens, you're going to feel quite weak. You're going to feel quite like you've like your authoritative strings have been clipped. You're going to be taken back a peg or two, where it's like, no, you've done wrong here. You're going to be told off maybe a little bit. Or you're going to tell yourself off. That was a weird noise. And then you're going to think, stop and think and say, all right, what did I do wrong there? How could I improve it? I didn't feel it out. I didn't think it through. I wasn't cautionary enough. The movement to the mind. Let's get it in time. And then I'm feeling like that's when you're going to realize your Nine of Pentacles. I did it all myself. I got it all off my own back. I didn't need anyone else's help. I worked out it myself. And I'm sitting pretty, baby. Sitting pretty. Flush. Flushed. Flush. All aces. Libra, happy birthday to you as we move into the second half of course, September. So for Libra, what's coming in for the mid-month till end of September 2021, please, spirits and guides for Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus of that sign, please, for Libra. For Libra. Coming in for Libra, please, spirits and guides, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus of that sign from the middle to end of September 2021. 2 shuffles, Libra. All right. The World, Temperance, Ace of Pentacle. Wow, big shifts for Libra. Massive, huge, huge. All right. So the Eight of Pentacle, we are working very, very hard here. Head down, bum up, working very, very hard, banging out the money and material here, banging out the pentacle. We are being really diligent. We're not giving much, to anything else right now. We've got a pentacle to make, and we're head down, bum up, banging out the pentacle, even getting extra, what's the word I'm looking for? Extra, like apprentice, extra skills, that's what I was looking for, extra skills to really enhance our job, money, prospects, material prospects here. We want to grow, but first we need to make it. We ain't faking it. We are doing the skill, getting an extra diploma, getting an extra, we are really making money here, honey. And we are doing the job well. We're head down, bum up, banging out the pentacle. That's the underlying energy for Libra. Why? The World. We know everything comes in a completion of cycle, and we want it to be a perfect completion here. We want to have the attainable. We want to be sitting pretty. We want it, when it comes full circle, to be done and dusted. Not to go, I wish I did it that way. I wish something else. This is perfection. This is the attained. This is the full cycle, everything you've been through and coming at the end. Why? Another major arcana, Temperance, Sagittarius, because you're balanced. You're listening to higher self. You know what is right and what is needed. You're balanced. You're being frugal. You're being majestically devoted, I want to say as well. And no matter what comes your way, whether you're on ground, water, sun, rain, you are focused. You are using balance, moderation, temperance, energy here. These two together this is a force to not be fucked with, I want to say, because we know the completion is coming. We want a perfect completion, and we are being very divinely guided. We're being very spiritually bound. We're being very frugal, moderate, patient. We're doing it all right, honey. We are doing it all right. Ace of Pentacle. This is a fresh new seed in monetary means, and this is very much attainable. With this energy, you're gonna grow anything out of this. Honestly, the Ace of Pentacle is very earth energy. It's growth. It is prosperity. It is abundance through growth. Okay, King of Swords reverse. Don't get arrogant or don't get full of self. Okay. Yes, you're doing a good job. Yes, you're really attaining it all. Yes, it's going to grow like Hail Mary. Hey, yeah. Don't be too full of self. Don't be arrogant. Don't be narrow-minded. Don't be spiteful. King of Swords reverse. He is quite malicious in the fact that he is very will take you to ruin if you don't do things his way. He's very, very, there's no line in the sand with the King of Swords. If he makes up his mind to ruin you, he will ruin you. He will just, he's malicious, he's nasty, he's cruel, a little bit sadistic almost. Knight of Pentacle. Being very slow at bringing something in, but when it comes in, it's going to bring in a lot of abundance. It's that need to assess before movement. Assess before movement. Riding a heavy-handed stag here. It's very slow. It's very meticulous. It's very mature. It's very responsible. I'm seeing here, I reckon this King of Swords is an outsider, and they're a little pissed at the fact you're doing so well. You've got it all lined up, and you're perfectly... It's the most beautifulest violin playing, not one tune out of step, not one beat, not in time. You are the B's, the E's, you've got it all. Someone's a little jealous. Someone wants to take you out, take you down. Someone is a little bit pissed about the fact that you have got it all made in the shade, baby. But I don't think they understand that you've worked very hard for this. This wasn't gifted to you. You're putting in the effort. When you put in the effort, you get the reward. You know, there is a cycle here. It's going to be completed, and you know this. You want it perfected. You want it attainable. You want everything sitting where it needs to be, and you will. You're being very temperate. You're being very patient. You're being very methodical, very moderate, and you're being very frugal. You know, you got the Ace of Pentacles, a fresh new seed, a beginning of abundance here to be had. Something that can grow into something really, like something big, something huge. King of Swords, someone very cruel, very sadistic, very, will pursue something to ruin. Maybe this is you. You know what you want, and you make no apologies, and you are going to persist it to ruin. You're going to go at it. You're not going to deviate. You're going to be really malicious and almost like, full on about it. But you're going to do it in a very slow way, which will bring growth in over the long term, because this is years we're talking about, honey. This isn't days, weeks, or months. This is years, the Knight of Pentacle. So you're making no apologies. You are going to grow something no matter what. You're honed in. There is no deviating. There is no making apologies. Libra, you are being really dog with a bone, very malicious towards the fact that you want this to come in. You want this to grow. You want this full attainment, possession, this objective, this whatever this is attaining to. You will have it, though, I feel. Yeah, very much so. Very much so, Libra, for your birthday month coming in. All right. So, let me just have a breath. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. For the middle to end of September 2021 for Scorpio, please, spirits and guides. What's coming for Scorpio? This is a long read, guys. We're just hit an hour. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus from the middle to the end of September 2021. For Scorpio, let's see what's coming in for the beautiful Scorpios out there. Spirits and guides, what's coming in for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the middle to end of September 2021, please. 2 shuffles for Scorpio. All right, 10 of Pentacles reverse. So something here went rogue. Something here left you with a loss. Maybe someone was gambling with your money or your material. I've got this image of a hedge fund or putting money into an investment, and someone was saying, yeah, it's growing all good, it's growing all good. You've gone to cash out or gone to check in on it, and the money's gone, or some sort of material object that was very, very precious to you that you had tucked away, that you've gone to go check on, is not there, is not what it was meant to be. But it's not going to worry you too much, or it's not going to hurt you too much, because of 9 of Pentacles. Everything you've got, you've grown yourself. And you are still sitting quite flushed. You are a bit pissed off about this gamble, this roguery, this deceit. But you still got a 9 of Pentacles, where it's saying to me that you are still very much sitting pretty off your own back. Someone else might have tried to F you up, but at the end of the day, you've still got enough to satisfy oneself. It's like the cream on the top of the cake. It would have been great to have it, or if this is attained to something very important, I feel like maybe a family heirloom, some sort of possession, I feel more, whereas the monetary is more solid for you. There is going to be a journey here of sorts, an understanding maybe, or a learning curve with the fact of this roguery. You're going to alleviate a lot of the over-excessive baggage of life that you don't really need, and you're going to go forward on this journey with the bare necessities of what you need, and you're going to be intellectually fulfilled for it. Knight of Swords reversed. You're fearing this movement though. This movement, this journey with the Six of Swords. Feeling like you're being a bit unreliable of self. You're being a bit unrealistic of self. You don't really want to be forceful with this. This movement. There's this movement over, or this journey. You're not as invested in it, Scorpio, as what you want to be or should be. Yeah, Ace of Wands reversed. This is an undecided outlook. You're not very passionate about this. In fact, you're actually pulling back from it. Really wanting this journey. Two of Cups. But there will be a unionship of such at the end of September. A unionship, a coming together, an understanding, a partnership of sorts. I'm thinking this is business, actually. You're burned once and you don't want to be burned again. You're scared of taking a journey, a leap of faith. I think this is a metaphor kind of thing, actually, to be honest, Scorpio. Yeah, I'm really getting the storyline of, you know, fool me once, what's that saying? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me, or something of that nature. But yeah, you're learning a lesson here. You were burnt. Someone either robbed, roguery, tricked you, took from you. There's the underlying energy of that Ten of Pentacles reversed. You had a loss here through someone's gambling or someone's roguery. It didn't hurt you too bad. It hurt you, but it didn't... It took your pride, but it didn't take your wallet, basically. Because you are still sitting pretty and everything you've got is off your own back. You're not a 10 now, you're a 9. But you're a solid 9 and you're a 9 of self, not off of or needing anyone else. There is a sense of a journey here, a leaving of sorts, a needing to go or to do something, which you're not really too overly impressed with the Knight of Swords reversed. You don't really want to actually give any haste or speed to this. In fact, you're even trying to pull back. This may be a goal that you never realized that you had to do, or something that you didn't really know that you was going to come up. And it's kind of hit you left of field, because there's some sort of journey or some sort of realization here that you never ever saw, never ever realized. And you're not giving haste to this. You're not giving any force to this. In fact, if anything, you're trying to pull back a bit from this needing to journey or this needing to do. Excuse me for a moment. Apologies, left the fridge open. Ace of Wands reversed. So yeah, this is something that's very clouded. This is something that is... not something that you're really passionate about. This is something that you're feeling is actually going to be a bit of a pain in the bottom, I want to say. I think you're going to be forced to come into unionship with someone, or to come into a business relations or some sort of unionship here, some sort of commitment of sorts with another person. But it's more of your hand being forced. It's not something you would actually pick, but it's something that is needed here. Because you're quite sitting pretty on your own. Like I said, it seems like you've gone in a partnership or something before, or trusted someone before, and they've screwed you. And you're sitting quite pretty on your own. You're like, yeah, I'm doing all right. You know, I may have lost that, or that may have cost me that, or whatnot, but I'm still okay. But something's going to come up where there's going to be a needing for a journey or a needing for a new way of thinking, and you're not too overly impressed by this. In fact, this goal, this thing that's coming in, you're actually like, oh, I really don't want to do that. Because you're fearing the fact that if you do, it's going to lead to a bit of trouble, lead to an inconvenience. You're not very passionate, I want to say, basically. You're not passionate about this journey, this movement. You're trying to pull back from it. You're very dispassionate by it. You're very, really, even voicing that fact. You're very dispassionate about going into unionship again. Burnt once, don't burn me again. Don't do it again. I don't want to do it again. I don't want to put any passion into any unionship right now. There is really a sense that Scorpio does not want to be in any partnership, commitment, agreement. You just want to do shit yourself your own way off your own back, Scorpio, is the real consensus I'm getting there. But for some reason, there's some sort of journey. And you may have to collaborate with someone, or you may have to, work alongside someone or go out of your own comfort zone. And you're just not very impressed about this at all. You're really kind of irritated to the point where you're really pissed. Sagittarius now, the middle to the end of September. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. For the middle to end of September, please, 2021. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. From the middle to end of September, 2021. It's coming in for the Sag. All right, spirits and guides, what do we have for Sagittarius, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus from the middle to end of September 2021. Six of Wands wanted to come out. Sagittarius, please. 2 shuffles for the Sagittarius. Page of Swords reversed. King of Pentacle reversed. Judgment reversed. And that was the card that I actually saw was Judgment in reverse. So it's come out. It's meant to be. All right, underlying energy. We have the 4 of Swords reversed. Being very, very cautious, moving very slow, but being extremely cautious. Not trusting anything, I want to say right now, especially intellect and or that intellectual plane. You will move forward, but when you're ready, and you're going to do so very cautioned, very guarded, very unsure. It's almost a paranoid energy I'm getting there. Page of Swords reverse. There is something around you, Sagittarius, that you were being very vigilant about. And it's going to come out that someone's been an imposter. Someone has been dishonest. Someone's been wearing a mask, and it's going to be revealed. You've been very cautious about this person, place, or thing, but it's going to come out that you were right. There was an imposter, there was an inconsistency, there was something here that people were looking at you almost like you're paranoid about. It's going to come out of the wash mid-September that you were actually right, or that this person wasn't genuine, or this person wasn't who they said they were. This person, place, or thing. They were an imposter, they were wearing a mask, they were deceiving, deceitful, lying, cheating, stealing, whatever it may be. King of Pentacles reverse. You're going to lose some stability because of this. You're going to lose some material or monetary. You're going to be really... You're going to lose that foundation, I feel, that you were standing on. You're going to feel very unstable. You're going to feel very... Like people, even though you were right, like people still aren't listening to you, Sagittarius. They didn't listen to you then. And because of this, judgments are going to happen. You're going to face the music for something maybe that wasn't your fault. You're going to be held to a regard that wasn't even your issue. You're going to pay for the sins of others, I want to say. This is really weird. At the end of it, you're going to be all right. 9 of Pentacles. You're going to be quite set, quite secure. I feel like this is more of a pride thing, but monetary and security, you're okay. Yeah. 7 of Cups. There were a lot of options on the table. Some good, some bad. You couldn't choose. Maybe you didn't want to choose. You sat on the fence here a little bit. So cautionary movement forward, being very guarded. You don't trust something, and rightly too. Because there is an imposter. There is a liar, thief. Something ain't right here. Something is going to come out of the wash mid-month. And it's going, even though you were guarded and you were thinking about it, when this comes out, it's really going to set you off your perch, because it's going to be like, holy shit, I'm going to lose some security here. I'm going to lose some credibility here, I want to say, because of this imposter being revealed. Maybe it's someone that, example, you vouched for. You're like, no, trust this person. I would, give my bottom dollar to this person. I would trust this person. It's going to come out this person has actually gone rogue and maybe, stolen from someone, your boss, your friend, your wife, your mother, your child, I don't know, whatever. And, you vouch for them. So because of that, you're going to lose some credibility. You're going to lose something because you vouched or it's just an example. But this imposter, when it comes out, you're going to lose some security, some monetary, something here. And you're going to be made to be held accountable for not just your mistake, but theirs as well. You're going to wear the full brunt of it. Judgments will not go in your favor. You'll be made an example of. There'll be need to atone twicefold. You're going to be rather not only gutted, but really pissed off about this. Someone did you dirty bad. But at the end of the day, it's just pride that's hurt, not really anything more so than that. It's your word was your bond that's been hurt. But at the end of the day, you still have your monetary, you still have your pentacle, you still have your material, and you're sitting pretty. But you know now, do it yourself, by yourself, for yourself. Never, ever do it for another. Because when you do, you set yourself up for being held accountable. But monetary means you're solid, honey. But there's going to be, at the end of the month, a lot of options on the table, and you're not really going to know what to choose. You're sitting pretty, you're sitting flushed, but you're really scared to choose any options at the moment because you have trusted or invested in things that didn't go well and you were made example of, and you're too scared at the moment to make any options because you can't. You're a bit lost of center in the fact of choosing things or trusting things at the moment. You know that you've been burnt. And, you don't want it to happen again. So you're sort of looking at all these options going, I just want to stay where I am and not even look at these cups right now. Capricorn now, spirits and guides, coming in from the middle to the end of September, please. Cappy, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, to the end of September 2021. Capricorn. So what's coming in for the Cappies out there? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. From middle to the end of September, please. Spirits and guides for Capricorn. All right, let's hit it for Cappy, for the lovely Capricorns out there, and see what's coming in for Capricorn. For Capricorn, please, spirits and guides. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, from the middle to the end of September 2021, one shuffle. Capricorn, Strength, Leo, Queen of Wands. Oh, I like this. The World in reverse. The Star. Okay, so the underlying energy is we've been very, very wishing and hoping, praying, having a lot of faith, having a lot of hope here. Aquarian energy here, sign of Aquarius. So we're really putting a lot of faith, a lot of hope, and a lot of wish into something here. Really being, looking at the bright side, trying to bring something in that we've wanted for a long time. So Aquarius coming through there, the underlying energy. Then we've got Strength, sign of Leo. We are being very full of strength, courage, zest, taming the beast. We are really working very hard to obtain something here through the mid-month. We're being very strong. We're being very, very, very open about this, I want to say as well. We really are forwarding strength, courage, being very courageous in the face of adversity, I want to say too, and being very warm. Queen of Wands. We're really extending passion and respect to others. We're really trying to show our strength and allowing strength to be bestowed upon others as well. Being very, very practical, being very loving, being very devoted, and very understanding. The World in reverse. Something that we wanted to complete its cycle is not. This is continuing. This is ongoing. Something that we were hoping was going to wrap up between the middle to end of September isn't. It's a continuing cycle. The cycle has not come full circle yet. It's imperfect. It's not right the way Capricorn wanted it. But it's not going to hurt you much, the Sun. You are so satisfied, regardless of whether this is going into a perfect cycle or not. You are going to feel success here and satisfaction. You are going to feel fulfillment here. You are going to feel enlightenment here. Even if you lose a little bit of security along the way. King of Pentacles reverse. It's a real mixed bag. So let me recap. Underlying energy of the Star. You're being very hopeful. You're wishing upon a star. There's something that you want, you're wishing for, whether it's a job, person, place, or thing. You're really wishing for it. You're really hoping for it. And you're really, first thing you think of in the morning, last thing you think of at night. You're putting strength, courage, zest, doing what is needed to really push forward, being very brave, very brave. You're also being very warm, Queen of Wands, very respectful, very honest. You're doing it the right way. You're not cheating, stealing anything here. You're doing it the right way. You're using strength. You're being honest up front. You're even trying to help others along the way, perhaps, as well. You're really taking it all on. You're being really warm, very encouraging, very, very loving. The cycle is continuing, though. Something is a little bit imperfect, even though you're trying all of this warmth, all of this courage, all of this strength. It's still ongoing. By the end of September, this cycle is not going to be completed. More work will need to be done. But it's okay because you're feeling still very successful, very satisfied. You know, even though this may not have finished, ended, or completed, you are still very successful, very satisfied, very enlightened by this. King of Pentacles reverse. I feel like something that you wanted to grow hasn't. Something that you wanted to complete hasn't. Not in the time frame you want. It doesn't mean it's not going to. Just not in the time frame you're hoping or wishing or wanting it to. I feel Capricorn. Last two signs now. God, this has been a really long one. Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Rising of Venus. For the mid-month of September till September's end, please, Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Rising of Venus. From the middle to end of September 2021, please, spirits and guides. Let's see what's coming in for Aquarius. For the beautiful Aquariuses out there. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. From the middle to end of September, please, spirits and guides 2021 for Aquarius. The Hermit came out, sign of Virgo, which, of course, we're in Virgo season at the moment. One more shuffle for Aquarius. Page of Cups. King of Cups. Wow. Eight of Pentacle reverse, Death card. Okay, there's massive transformation. Sign of Scorpio coming through here. Massive change, massive transformation, big, big, big things. Could also be dealing with a loss here, as in a passing. But we are transforming here. What once wasn't working, wasn't growing, or wasn't bringing in what it needed to, you've transformed from that now. You've made a change. You're not fearing the Reaper, I want to say. Aquarius. You're not fearing the Reaper. Page of Cups, an offering came here. Pages are a small offering of someone that was an offering of sorts of a person or place or thing that was very, very trusted, very trustworthy, very reliable. And this page has turned into a king. You've grown. Like I said, transformation. You were showing up as a page, a smaller offering, very, trustworthy, very honest, very conscientious, very invested. And by the end of the month, you're going to be the king. You're going to be so much more. You're going to have transformed into something that was a smaller, lesser type, into something that is the it-all be-all of your cup. You're going to be giving or receiving, the beautifulest of gifts in the way of security or love or investment. You're very reliable, very, very understanding, and that's being reciprocated to you. There's growth here in this very small period of time. And you had to put in very little effort to no effort to get this to happen. It just sort of happened overnight. That ad, it won't happen overnight, but it will happen. Well, for you, it did happen overnight. It's almost like that, winning the lotto. One day you're poor, next day you are richer than rich. You're dripping in gold, honey. That's what I'm hearing. You're dripping in gold. But this isn't really referring to monetary. This is referring to love and or personal growth, I feel. There was a massive transformation, and that happened so quickly. You went from a small offering of a page, or maybe a person. Maybe you got some offerings of love or devotion. Someone came in with a small offering, and by the month's end, it is a big offering. There is massive growth here. Pages are usually adolescents. So maybe, they're very reliable, very helpful, very understanding, and very trustworthy. But the king is what you want, honey. The king is all in. King is all about love, all about devotion, all about understanding. It's very mature energy. It's very, you want this king. Trust me. You want this king. And I'm seeing it's just come for you. These offerings, these 2 offerings with very little to no effort at all. It's like you woke up one day and the page was a king. Tower in reverse. There is no change coming here. Again, we didn't have to work for it. We didn't have to change too much. Something here transformed, because the underlying card, death, transformation. Which left from a page to a king. You put no effort into it with that 8 of Pentacles reversed. But it left you sort of feeling so grounded. You lost no security. You lost no movement. You lost no foundation here for this massive change and transformation. And there was growth here. 7 of Pentacles, massive growth. You put no effort in, but you had massive growth. Look at these cards. No effort in, but we had massive growth. 8 of Pentacles reversed, 7 of Pentacles. We didn't work for it. We didn't do anything for it. But we're looking at it and there's pentacles on the bush. We didn't put any effort in. We didn't work. We didn't get any extra dimension. We just woke up and there were pentacles. Basically, that looks like to me. And it's the same with this. We had a page and we became a king. Well, there were 2 offerings that came in here. And you lost no security. You lost no foundation. Nothing changed here. But it did at the same time. It all happened underneath it. You didn't have to. Your internal changed, so your external changed is what I want to say. You went on a different vibration and everything raised up with you. Scorpionic energy. Very, very scorpionic reading this in a way. I know we're doing Aquarius, but it is very much of that unseen change which makes reality change for it. Because when you're vibing high, everything needs to level up to come up to meet you. Otherwise, you're just on your own plane, babe. Nothing can touch you. And, you know, you're just sitting there all page like, you know, small offering, you know, very trustworthy, going about your business. And then, bam, king offering. Wow, mature, devoted, accepting, understanding. You know, what was once small is now the biggest of its grouping, of its suit. Which once was adolescent is now mature. What once was, you know, small is now sitting on a throne and is a king. You are becoming the king. You were the page. You are now the king, darling. And you put very little to no effort into this. You didn't do anything different. You didn't invest into it. It just, this transformation happened internal and that came out external. You lost no security for this. You didn't have to have a tower moment for this. You did all the inner work and now it's reflecting on the outside. And you're looking at everything you've got. You're looking at all the growth that's come of this, all this page to king growth. You're looking at it and thinking, this is pretty good, but I don't know what I did to deserve it. I don't know what I did to get it. But what you did was you transformed internally. Or you accepted something that changed the vibration of you, Aquarius. And it was like a ripple. You know, it spread across and it transformed everything with it. When you transform internally, it transformed everything externally. You may not even realize it. Final sign now, Pisces, from the middle to end of September 2021, please, for Pisces, spirits and guides. What's coming in for the fish for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, from the middle to end of September 2021. Wow, an hour and a half on the clock. For Pisces, please, spirits and guides. Middle to end of September 2021. Let's cut it and find out. For Pisces, please, spirits and guides, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, from the middle to the end of September 2021. For Pisces, 2 shuffles, 7 of Cups, one more. and the Fool reverse, but we'll see if it comes out. One more shuffle, please. Pisces, please, middle to end of September. Seven of Wands reverse, the Death card. Nine of Pentacles, the Hanged Man. Okay. Sacrificing here. Massive sacrifices needed. And we're being enlightened by the sacrifice. We're going inside of self, getting balanced, getting intuitive wisdom, I want to say. Why? Seven of Wands reverse. We weren't making gains here with something. We weren't making gains against our combatants or, you know, against the forces of nature, or be it what it may. We weren't making gains here. So we transformed. We had a death of self, a change of self. Changed our mind, our perspective, our way of thinking, our way of doing. But there was a massive transformation here. And when you did that, you realized you had or have everything you need. You have all the material, the monetary, and you have everything around you, that you did it yourself. Once you got that wisdom, that understanding, because you've had loss, a Ten of Pentacles reverse. Someone had taken from you. Someone had taken a lot from you, I feel. And it desolated you. Look at this. Ten of Pentacles reverse, Ten of Swords. Someone took from you and it left you backstabbed, weakened, ruined, afflicted to the point where you feel at the end of the month you can't move any further. All right, let's restart this explanation. You weren't making gains here against your combatants or against an objective or a person, place, or thing. You weren't making gains. You weren't getting up on it. And something massively changed, something massively transformed. A death happened here. Whether you lost the battle or whether you felt like you lost you shed your skin for this. But something that you were battling against, that you weren't making gains against, brought in a death of yourself. It brought in a death of a perception, of an understanding, or maybe you decide to join forces with your combatants. Bring in the Reaper. If I can't fight it, let's accept it and become one with it. And for a brief period of time, you're sitting pretty flushed and pretty. Like, yeah, I'm good. Nine of Pentacles. Happy as a pig in shit, Pisces. Happy. Got everything I need here mid-September. I'm doing really mighty fine. Then someone came along. Something happened. Took something from you. Stole something from you. Gambled something from you. Or maybe you decided to gamble something yourself, hoping it would come in. But you lost something here. Something in monetary, in material, maybe in family. And it just about broke you. 10 of Swords. It pained you to the point where you were so afflicted you couldn't move. When this loss comes at the end of the month, it leaves you flat out pained, unable to move, unable to even gain any sort of traction here. It's really going to knock the stuffing and some out of you. Because you're sitting there pretty, you know, as you're coming through that end of September, sitting pretty, loving it. And then something's going to happen. Something's going to be stolen, taken. I feel like it's like someone might go to jail. I don't know why I'm going to say that, but I feel like a family member is either going to leave, go, be taken, or some sort of monetary is going to be stolen. Some sort of material is going to be gambled. Something is going to be lost here, and it is going to leave you with so much damn pain. So much pain, and it's going to happen real quick. Sitting there pretty, something stolen. Oh my God, I'm flat out. Backstabbed, ruined, afflicted, pain-stricken. But you'll always come back to your own wisdom and your own inner guidance. That you are okay. It's just material. It's just, you know, it's not you that's losing. It's because you're sitting there. It's like, but something very important to you, whether it's a family, a car, an asset, a house, a pet even, I want to say. something's going to be taken, or something's going to be lost or stolen or gambled, or something's going to go wrong, whether it's an investment of, proportions, person, place, thing. But there's going to be a loss here through gambling, roguery, theft, or through bad investment, whatnot, and it's going to leave you very pained. Yeah. Two of Wands going to lead you sad. It's going to lead you down a real troubled place. You're going to be very sad and you're going to be very troubled. And you're going to feel like, I wish I didn't make that decision. I wish I didn't go down that path. I wish I hadn't allowed it. I wish I hadn't. I wish I had seen it. I wish I could have seen this. Instead, it's left me so sad and so troubled, so broken. But through it all, you will be listening to your inner self, and you will sacrifice what is needed for the right or the wrong. You're really trying to gain wisdom here. There's big change for Pisces through this September. That is just massive reading just there. So we're not making gains against our combatants. Maybe we decide to join forces with them. We're trying a death of a mind frame, I want to say. A death of a perception, opinion, perception, idealism, a death of something here. And you're going to realize in that mind frame or in that moment, oh yeah, actually, this feels so good. I'm so solid here. Like nothing can change that for me. I did this myself. I'm solid. Until something comes along and does change it. The Ten of Pentacles. Something's going to come in and change your happy 9 to a shitty, crappy, roguery 10 on its ass. You're still going to be solid, but something's going to be taken and it's going to cause you so much pain and affliction. To the point where you're ruined. To the point where you are feeling backstabbed. To the point where you're really hurt. And you're going to be left there thinking, I'm so saddened. This caused me so much trouble. This has been such just dread, I want to say. Such a drudgery. Such a, why didn't I see it? Why didn't I just stay in my 9 of Pentacles energy? Why did I want to go for that extra pentacle? Because instead I lost so much and now I've left myself flat out desolated. These are completing cycles though. And you're going to understand here through that sadness, through that trouble, that's when your enlightenment will come. The Hanged Man, Pisces. And that's when you're really going to see things from a different perspective, from a higher level of conscious. And you're going to understand what true sacrifice is all about. Hard. Especially when we sacrifice for the wrong things. And we go for something that maybe we should just sat out of. Because it can lead us down a path of so much pain, so much ruin. That is a big reading for like a 2 to 2.5 week or whatever portion of time. Thank you so much for joining me on Redski's Righteous Readings, raw and righteous as always. Please like, share, and most definitely, please consider subscribing to the channel. I would love for you to join me over there, where we will be continuing with live readings very, very soon. During the month of September, I will be doing a pick a card reading within the next fortnight to round off this September round. Then as we go into September's middle to end, look out for the October round of readings, where we have the main monthly, your connection spread, which is your love reading, as well as all the other main monthlies and additional extras that I do tend to bring out. So thank you so much again for joining me from all of my beautiful signs, Aries all the way down to Pisces. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. It has been an absolute pleasure to read your cards for the mid-month, and I am hoping I will see you again on the next round. So from me, Redski from Righteous Readings, thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you again on the next round. Light and love to all. May the end of September bring a lot of wisdom, guidance, prosperity, and enlightenment. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Cheers all. Good luck.